right, guys, welcome back. And like I said, Manze, today is that day. I'm so excited because the lady who's in studio, she's a mom. Because she's a queen, she does it all. She's a mom, she's a radio host, she's a TV host, she's a media personality, award-winning, most influential back in 2018. She's interviewed me before, but check this out. Today, she's on the hot set.
My gosh.
Amina.
All those things. I paid her to say everything. Oh my God. I
know.
It's so weird. I'm like, is there someone going to talk to me? Brief. It's so odd. I'm like, I don't know what you're going to say.
Oh my God.
I grilled you.
Yeah,
you
she
said,
did. She grilled the last
gosh.
time like we were together on our set. She grilled me.
Did I though?
She did.
But you look so good and you look so good today.
Thank you so much.
Unakwanga
And
tu
you
kila siku
too.
yani, babe. It's a
Hey, na wewe
24
pia
hour
kuwaka
thing.
waka
Hizi
over.
saa zingine, mara moja kwa ingiza yangu mama. Nakwanga on higher.
I'm telling you.
It's
But
the
you
life.
look amazing. I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy to have
Thank
you on the
so
show.
much.
Like I heard you're coming. I
Oh,
was like,
man.
oh my God, Amina
Thank
is
you.
coming to my show.
Oh.
Oh Lord. Thank you. You're so humble in person. A lot of people, maybe if they see you out there, they're like, hey, this mama, you cannot.
I know, man. I was told that I come from a bougie background. And
Hey,
it's like,
sasa
what are you talking
ata
about?
sasa ushanzia sasa.
Nimeanzia?
Just tell us. You come from Eastleigh.
Yes, I do.
So, coming from Eastleigh to the Amina that we know right
Yeah.
now, how was it growing up? What were the
It was
challenges?
tough, but it was, for me, I think I had a very relatively fantastic upbringing. Kama nyote ni maskini hamjui kuna mtu maskini hapo. So you're just like, we're all struggling,
Yeah.
So I was born in Kawangware, I was raised in Eastleigh, and then we moved to Koma. So I've just always been Demoyo side. Na imekuwa tu yani ku work hard. And I think, for me, when I got into the industry, I started off first, I did start off, doing TV and radio, but I always loved music. And I'd never thought I'd have the opportunity. So when you story ya university, ilikuanga kidogo, nimeambiwa wait, tutafute hii pesa. Nikasema no problem, maybe go hustle. And as I started, I was like, oh man, I've always loved music. Now that I'm in the music industry, I might as well try. And it was not easy. And then that's when I said, acha tu ni focus on TV and on radio. And there's a hunger that you have when you lack, or when you come from a lot of the places many musicians have come from. Part of that struggle is what I think sort of helps you when you're riding that wave of adversity. We were just talking about this before we came on air.
Yeah.
How this industry, manze, it's not easy.
It can tie you
so
down.
lazima uvumilie,
Very true.
So you have to look at the bigger picture. You have to accept to be, there's a way people treat you, manze.
I know, right?
Wanakukosea heshima.
Yeah.
It's okay. So uvumilivu mob na hard work, manze.
And so, what would you say about the transition that you made,
Yeah.
Because the first time I knew about you was swag. I was like, woo, this baby is
Swag,
killing those
swag,
bubbles.
swag. Oh, this is swag music. All right, this is swag music. Oh, swag, 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 swag,
Hey.
swag, swag.
Hey.
Hey, this is swag music. I just said one word over and over again.
I know,
for
but
3
you nailed
hours.
it. As in, you nailed
And people
it.
are like, "Yongoma ni noma." I'm like, I just said one word. But I think Octo was DJ Pinya is the one to be credited because he's the one who used to know I could sing. And he was like, "Niaje kesho unafanya nini?" So Pinya ko unafanya nini kesho? I'm like, hata sisikii poa niko na homa, which is true. I was actually unwell. He's like, just come by the studio. There's a song Octo is about to release, but I don't like the chorus he's done. I want you to sing the chorus. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we go. So we're testing it's like, when you go into the studio and you're recording to just feel the vibe. So that's what we did with the swag, so that I can hear my vocals, because nilikuwa nasikia mgonjwa.
Yeah.
So then now the next day, Pinay says, the song has been mixed, it's been mastered, it's ready. I'm like, but we didn't even write the lyrics. He's like, no, iko sawa. Tunashoot video on Sunday. Monday, and I was so surprised. And at that time, I had done TV and radio, I think for maybe 2 years. And, all of a sudden I do this song and all these people start, reaching out to me. And I was wondering, but I had done TV and radio. And then that's the day I realized that music superstars have got to be the biggest stars in the world, because the influence that they have is a lot bigger. Yeah.
And you didn't do a follow-up on that. We're talking about this
Manze,
behind the scenes, because I was like, I feel like I'm taking a break and all that. And she was actually giving me some pretty good advice. Ila niambia, unajua she's a bit older than me, and
First of all,
she's
I
experienced. you know, the music and the media.
She called me
all
old
together.
nicely, which I like.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a better
Yeah,
to say.
she's like the big
She's like
sis,
experienced.
you know?
But
Yeah.
it's true. We have to talk to one another, which is
Very
another
true.
thing people don't do in this
Yeah.
industry. We should talk to one another, babe. Like, there are things that you can guide a lot of young girls from. I can guide, you know, both men and women, you know? And that's what I was trying to tell you. You know, she's so talented. So I told her, what do you mean sasa tena umekuja TV? Umekuja TV kwa sababu you also enjoy media, but then music is your first love. So we would love to hear more music. For me, I think it was just the bribing that you had to do. And for me, because I was on radio and no one was paying me to play any of their music, I didn't expect that. And so it really caught me by surprise. And then there's this lack of support, and then it's just so difficult for you to even start. They say a certain type of video quality is the one that can be played on air. Unajua Kalonzo anakupatia pressure, anakuambia hapana buda hiyo
Video
video.
quality US.
So you're like, okay, so a good quality video, how
Yeah.
much is it? How much is it?
I think back in the day,
Like
like
roughly.
40, you could get a video
Sasa
to
you're
50.
40. Now,
right
at that
now,
time, we were being
yeah.
told 300K. When now, by the time I was
300.
releasing Paint That Town Red, 300, that time 300, I'm making 10K, 15. I'm like, bro, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Oh my
You know,
God.
so it was
Yeah.
really hard. And I, you know, TV and radio was just picking up. I could see the potential it had. So that's what I focused on. And I, you know, that's years later, here we
You
are.
still ever thought of, like, you know, maybe doing a song with surprise my fans wako?
I didn't even know I had music fans. I didn't know.
You do.
What?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I think I've always.
How
I
many
still want
collabos? Maybe really nice collabos.
Yeah,
Those
I
are the
think
ones
maybe
you'd
nice
be in.
collabos. I've been talking to a few people. There's a number of people who I'll be working with who've been reaching out for a long time. Even Magic's Enga. There are a number of very big musicians as well who were always like, "Uko utaki kufanya collab, uko utaki kufanya chorus, uko utaki kufanya ngoma yako." But you know, Mutoria is very talented, so we're going to work on something with him. And then Bithi is also a really talented rapper that we're also working with together. So there are a few things I'm like, maybe I'll see, maybe, you know, because now I'm doing it as a hobby-ish. You know?
It's like on the side, you know.
So we'll
and
see.
you know, talking about the things that you do, you run amazing campaigns. You talk about, you know, being a woman and being able to do it all. Like you see, you're in media, you're still a mom, you're slaying, you're killing it. Yani, you're just that girl. But it's very true.
You need to come back on my show. I need to do a better intro.
But you know, just tell us about it. What drives you and what motivates you? What keeps you, like, you know, so grounded when it comes to, like, you being the woman that you are?
So being broke, mom. Hi.
Kwa broke now.
We're not going back to the camp, baby. We are not.
Yeah.
We're going to stay in Nairobi. Me, I think it's just, first of all, knowing that you're by yourself. You know, no one owes you anything. And if you, you know, again, when you know, I saw a lot of people, you know, get money and then, you know, lose all the money. And it can happen to anyone, you know, the circumstances that sometimes you can't control. However, there's, you know, you see people who just, they hit rock bottom and all of their friends run away. You know what I mean? And then you're just by yourself. So I was telling you this, my father was unwell last year and I had so many friends, you know, doing the job that we do, you are connected to so many people. And then you see so many, you know, so few people who come to you at that time. And so I, you know, I was just like, hey, man, you always have yourself. So that's always been my there's a time, says Mutungi, you know, one of my radio icons and loves, who I really idolize, by the way. She's really talented. You know, Seth once told me, Mansi, sometimes you work like you're single. Yeah, like, yeah,
very true.
No, but you see, also my partner really pushes me. John, my husband is, he works very hard. He's extremely, you know, ambitious, and he really pushes me to work even harder. So he never allows me to take those breaks. So, you know, I always remember that, as in, you're working for yourself, so that when I get to 50, I don't, you know, stress my son or my children if I'll have more, which might not. Anyway, so my son, I don't want to stress him. You know, watch I build life. I work for mine, you know, and I want to travel. I want to do so many things. I'm working for that. I don't want to depend on anyone. There's no one to depend on, you know. So we're building that future together. And so I always feel like, kama si yeye, tuko tu solo. Nisi tu watatu, you know. And it takes some really difficult things for people to go through and experiences for you to understand just how
the people
few
that you have.
people, and so those are the people you need to be pouring into as they also pour into you. you. The same way I also focus on the positivity that my Amina Abdi support team, Manze, gives me on a daily. Even, you know, we don't need to, I mean, they don't need to show us that love, but they do. So we sometimes, you know, you see the hate comments, but then there's so many people who also show you love. Focus on that. So, you know, you're driven by, you know, just never going back there, and then just, you know, stability in your life. And I love what I do. You know, I love what I do, and, you know, we have a lot of hours in the day. If you have someone like that who you live with, who's always working, anakuangalia zile za na wewe unadu. So pia unajipata tu manze, unafanya vitu. So kaya ananiambianga, by the way, you're not even doing enough. So we have to push. It's like a coach. Anakuambia, go harder, go harder, go harder. So yeah, inspiration definitely family.
And I just want to ask about this. You know, you're very influential. And back in 2019, you are listed among the, you know, the 100 most influential ladies, women who's doing it all. Like, how has that been for you? Do you feel the pressure, like, you know, you just have to live like up to certain standards, or it's you're just you? Being authentic is what makes you you.
Yeah, I mean, manze, hiyo pressure mimi nilikuanga tangu nianze tu nilisemanga bidhaa kuna mtu atani pressurize. When I started at Homeboys, I will never forget. Unajua manze, yani, so salary ni hiyo. Kwanza yote when I started the first few months, I'm not being paid. Sindio? So you're just like a intern, they're just like, we kwanza, tujue kama tunataka upike chai, tunataka uoshe, tunataka uende radio, tunataka tu ukae. So you're still figuring out a lot of things. And, you know, from that time, you know, I remember manze na mtero day, tero looking fly every goddamn day. And that time I've repeated that skirt I was wearing on Monday, and then that top I'll wear it on Tuesday, and then there's also another jeans I wear. So, you know, it humbles you in a way that you never forget. And then having the same people around you, they constantly remind you that this life is for a short period of time. When we grew up, we used to watch Kathleen Kasavuli. She moved on, we started watching Yvonne Okwara, we started watching, you know, Sheila Mwanyiga and the Kobe Kiharas. And their time moves, and our time will also move. On radio, we have the Caroline Mutokos and who, and their time moves. So for us, this is a temporary job. Just like being an accountant or I don't know about law, but, you know, just like some practices where you can also, yani life pain and move. So if you get so caught up in this world of perfectionism, we have glam teams, you know, we're always in makeup, we're always wearing clothes. Like I said, zinakonga zimetoka kwa store. So it's not really your life. So if you sort of get lost in it, you'll forget who you are, and it's so depressing for, if you do a lot of research, you know, a lot of people who are in the limelight, once they get out of that limelight, it's very, you know, depressing, because there's no overwhelming, outpouring love anymore, you know, so you feel isolated, you feel different. But if you're always grounded and you always remember by the who you are, you never get lost. So you never really live in a bubble. So I try and make sure I don't have yes men who surround me. I try, you know, we're all human beings. Unfortunately, when we err, everyone sees it. So we look like we're really arrogant and rude. And, you know, some nilikuwa tu labda siku moja nimekasirika now, oh, she's dramatic. Oh, no, kama tu wewe unaweza kasirika. So I try to make sure that I have the same friends, and I don't let any of the pressure at you, oh, because you're on TV now, you should be driving this car, or you should be, I'm like, no. The one thing I do accept is, to whom much is given, much is expected. I am not going to refuse that there are a lot of young girls who look up to me, so I try to make sure that I explain it to them why it is I do what I do, and, you know, guide them better. Even you have just told you, I made a mistake, you should do this better, you know, but then we're all human, we can err. It's difficult to live up to the expectations of everyone, but when you keep a circle around you of the same people who knew you when you were none, you don't forget.
Very true.
Because watu wanaweza kukuchocha babe, ati usiwahi rudia nguo, usiwahi ni maraka 22. No one wanakuchocha kwa nini? Life is normal. Just let's, you know, as long as everyone's doing a good job, let's just be positive.
You know, let's talk 2020. This year you are the first East African to host an award in Nigeria, the Africa Magic Viewers Choice Awards.
Yeah.
And your gun was spectacular. We love good things. And I was like, whoa, babe, you killed it.
Wow,
you were looking amazing, and you did a great job.
I was like one of the most underdressed people.
Acha mchezo.
Ma'am.
Nigerians
are extra.
East
Yani,
Africa.
only like,
ulitubeba tu si sote manze. Hiyo ni shida yao kawa lidha mingi. Tell us about it.
When I went, you know, it's so crazy. Have you ever represented Kenya? Have you ever like
tuko tu within Kenya in future.
So like una represent Wakao. So
wa Cambodia we got you.
But when there is some pressure, I didn't even know. So you know when you announce it, you're just like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm the first female East African. Well, actually the first East African to host that specific award show. And it was big because this is millions of viewers across the continent. You know, it's a ridiculously massive platform, you know, just such a monumental moment for anyone who's on TV. And then, you know, for us East Africans, why I was so happy about it, it's because, you know, East Africans are not given opportunity. Why? You know, we don't make as much money as West Africa and South Africa. You know, so then people are always like, sasa nyinyi nani anawajua, acha tu tuende na nani na nani, kwa sababu nyinyi bado hamjafika mali we can make money. You're not yet as bankable as these two different, you know, regions. So for anyone who is in marketing, I mean, it's just 1 + 1 = 2. So it wouldn't make any sense to sort of like invest in the East. And now for us to be, you know, getting these opportunities, it's so encouraging for the girls who are coming and even the young men who are coming into media after us, because now when you open that door, now they start seeing Ayaba, because I was so shocked. I don't know why they were so surprised. They were so happy. I was so happy. I didn't think I did that great of a job. When reading the comments, I was like, wow, maybe I'm very self-critical. So I was like, wow, maybe that was really, you know, really good. And now for the Nigerians and for, you know, DSTV or Africa Magic, now they'll be like, manze uko Kenya kuna mahost wengine wanoma, I bet. Then they come and then they get more chicks, more guys, you know, and everyone then ends up getting that moment. So I felt like it was so much bigger than me, which was very humbling. I'm still humbled by all of it. I have so many people in Nigeria now who send me all these messages, and I'm just so, I'm still humbled. I'm still shocked.
Oh, you deserve it. But you know, what's in store for us? COVID is here. Like, what are you doing right now?
The one thing that I think I'm going to advise a lot of people is to try and get into ownership. You know, you hear about a lot of these things and, you know, no one really breaks it down for you. And I will try and do that on my pages, but I will try and just explain why it's important for you to start getting into ownership. And if you see, you know, in whatever, I mean, globally, this pandemic has affected everyone. We're talking the aviation industry losing billions of dollars in revenue and all these other companies. So, of course, like watu wamekosa do, makampuni zime shut down, alafu unaona media, we've been affected. You know, it's been really, really tough because we're under that marketing budget. Ekwangi priority, so kwanza ngojeni. You know, let's right now focus on other things. And, you know, you see people being let go. Hivyo tu. Na hakuna mtu amejipanga. And you didn't sort of like build yourself. You didn't do anything to own anything. You know, you give your youth, your life, 15 years, 10 years to a certain company, and then they just let you go. So sometimes it needs to be important to have that imprint and to also have something that you can fall back on. So that's definitely what 2020 is all about. Ownership, a lot of collaborations, hopefully more music, and just a lot of gratitude.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know, just tell guys where they can find you.
At Amina Abdi Rabar on Instagram, Amina Rabar on Twitter. Twitter yangu ilikuwa deactivate. Sijui nilikuwa nimepost. Sijui nani alipostingi manudes. Sijui nani, sijui ni nini. Walisema tu some sijui terrible content. I was like, sasa Dr. Ezekiel, what have I done? Anyway, but you can also get me on Facebook as well. That's what's Facebook yangu ni nini? Mimi hata sijui. So Amina Abdi Rabar on Instagram and Amina Rabar on Twitter is fine because I don't check Facebook a lot. However, on those two platforms, I am the one who responds most of the time, and I would love to, you know, just advise anyone who has any questions for me. So thank you so much for inviting me on your show.
Just request a song from DJ Kalonzo.
Oh my God. Okay, sawa. So Coolie Buds has a song that I love.
Love reggae.
Yes, Neo.
Aye, they're in the same WhatsApp.
Sindio? I just wanna and my girl to some reggae. I just wanna reggae.
Oh my God, thank you so much for coming through. This was amazing. I'm so happy. Like, this is that show, man. We're gonna kill this. So back to Kalonzo, Tuki and Elena, yo Mutara Tara. Yeah,